Why do I hate MJF? I hate how much he's pushed. I hate that he's on all the posters. I hate that he has all the action figures.
A hack, overhyped, not actually talented, just somebody who does a lot of flips and everybody just praises him and pretends he's a great wrestler, when in reality he's just a stuntman.
And are we still rolling? Can I just say this? I already know for a fact he's gonna sit down in a chair, he's gonna look at the camera and tell you that I haven't earned anything that I've gotten.
He hasn't earned a single thing. He's been given everything here in AEW. I mean, he's the most protected guy on our roster, and I have no clue why.
Anybody could flip. I could flip. What does that mean? That doesn't mean you're a good professional wrestler. But in 2021, everybody loves to pretend that that's what professional wrestling is, and it's not.
Why does MJF barely wrestle on a wrestling show? Is it because anytime he has, it's been some of the most boring, the most generic, the most forgettable matches you've ever seen?
I'm rich. I don't have to wrestle to get money. I wrestle in order to make sure that it benefits me. And this match does benefit me, Sammy. And that's why I'm going to go out there and perform in the main event and do what I do best, which is win. This match is important to me, Sammy, because I want to shut up every single person who even thinks for a solitary second that we are comparable talents.
I think in life, no one deserves anything. You have to earn everything. From day one in this company, I've been tested. I was in the first match ever, in a singles match. I was in the first Dynamite match with Cody. I've been tested time after time. I've faced the top guys here.
Sammy has no clue what's behind him.
I've become a top guy in AEW and a top guy in professional wrestling. And Sammy has been mid, and he continues to be mid. People used to go, oh my God, the future is MJF and Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin and Jungle Boy. And then I surpassed all of them to such an insane level, I was no longer even compared to those guys anymore. It was just Mox, Jericho, MJF, Cody Rhodes. Now, simply because I've had to deal with Chris slowing down my momentum, that people are starting to compare and contrast me and somebody like Sammy Guevara, who is not even remotely on my level as a talent.
On Wednesday, I show I am the best ever, and you know it.
Max says I stand in Chris's shadow, says that I'm riding off of this legend's coattails, when this man rode off everybody's coattails.
Because MJF is a piece of shit.
This man may not be very good in the ring, but I'll tell you one thing he is good at, and that's kissing ass, and that's something you do better than anybody else here in AEW, Max. You're the best ass kisser that I know in this company.
He is as shrewd and as calculating as they come.
I don't have a personal vendetta against him. I just think he doesn't belong. If anything, I have a personal vendetta against the fans that keep praising him as if he's this next big thing when he's not. He's just another guy that wears kick pads and trunks and flips and sticks his tongue out and steals other people's moves.
Him joining the Inner Circle, I thought was one of the worst decisions Chris has ever made, AEW's ever made. I felt like Max needed us more than we needed him.
I don't believe for 1 second Sammy Guevara had any idea what my intentions were by being inside of the Inner Circle, by me being the fox in the henhouse. I just firmly believe that Sammy Guevara hated me from the start because he knew he was no longer going to be Chris Jericho's center of attention.
We're at one point the highest of highs here in AEW. This man comes here, and I'll be honest, I thought it was some of the most awful TV that I have ever seen.
Sammy Guevara was one of the foundational members of the Inner Circle.
Sammy Guevara got jealous. He got desperately in need of attention from his mentor, Chris Jericho, because he realized he was no longer the favorite. Now he was the redheaded stepchild.
Us posting little pictures of each other, going back and forth. Yeah, real cute. It's real cute shit.
Well, now hold on. I was provoked.
That's what he loves, man. Max is a gimmick at the end of the day. He loves to do this little stuff, take shots, talk shit about people's weights.
Sammy Guevara went on Twitter and claimed that the reason that I'm in the position I'm in, and the reason that I'm a top guy, and the reason that I have action figures, and the reason that I'm in the front of all the posters and in all the main events is because I'm a quote-unquote ass kisser. Got it. When in actuality, the reason is because I have something that Sammy will never be able to attain, and that is something called it.
I mean, this man, he's taking pictures with CM Punk. He's a fanboy at the end of the day, man. He relished at the idea of having Chris Jericho by his side. He relished at the idea of having Cody Rhodes by his side. This guy's a mark.
On Wednesday, June 30th, I'm not going to flip to get over. I'm not going to use a legend as a mouthpiece or draw up cue cards in order to hide the fact that I'm about as charismatic as drying paint.
MJF, the guy who likes to flaunt his money. He likes to ride around in nice cars, likes to ride around in jets and show it off for everybody to see. Why is that? Why do you feel the need to show everybody that, huh? What are you compensating for, Max? Is it your shitty little
No, the only reason why I get in that squared circle is if it benefits me. And for the first time in a long time, I have a reason to get in that squared circle, and that reason is you, Sammy. Because I am sick and tired of having to read people talk about us being in the same league, being in the same class. I am going to make sure that I wipe the floor with you Wednesday night in that main event. You are going to wake up with your back on that canvas, and that is the same exact moment where you and the fans are going to come to the same exact conclusion. We are not comparable.
Honestly, they got all these questions they want me to answer for you people watching, but I don't want to answer any of them. I think this is done, all right? June 30th, I'm going to beat Max's ass. That's it, all right? I've heard this guy run his mouth since day one. I'm better than you. Well, now it's time to find out, Max. Huh? I'm the best ever. And you're going to step in the ring with me. And we're going to see who's truly the best. And we're going to see who's a lying con piece of shit. And I think I already know the answer.